Today on Earth, the countdown has begun for the 21st century's most heroic but deadliest expedition. The first manned mission to Mars. The journey will take a new class of spaceship, unparalleled ingenuity, and a new breed of astronaut. It is almost certain that people will die in the attempt to fulfill a burning dream, to explore worlds beyond Earth. It will be a 2.5-year odyssey across hundreds of millions of kilometers of space, one that will take sacrifice, daring, and innovation on a scale never before imagined.
These people are going to be spending an awful lot of time out there without any hope of resupply, without any hope of rescue.
The mission may answer one of the universe's greatest mysteries. Are we alone?
The thought that you could overturn a rock on Mars and see that, maybe, would be pretty exciting.
This is the story of a daring voyage that will change us forever. It is the story of humanity's first steps on another planet. The quest to explore the universe begins on Mars. Engineers all over the world are already at work to get humanity to Mars. It will also be the most deadly expedition ever attempted. No spaceship in existence can make it to Mars, and the voyage home is even more risky. No one has designed a vessel that can escape the red planet's gravitational pull. The round-trip journey will take a year, and as long as another 1.5 years on the red planet's surface. No human being has ever survived that long in space. Cosmic radiation or equipment failure could kill the astronauts on the voyage, or violence after 6 months of stress. If they do make it to Mars, the poisonous atmosphere and cosmic radiation make chances of survival slim. And if anything goes wrong, there will be no rescue mission. Dr. James Garvin is NASA's chief scientist.
Getting people to Mars will be bigger than any single leap in exploration people on this planet have ever taken.
At its closest, Mars is 56 million kilometers away from Earth. Traveling to Mars with enough supplies to stay alive will be the greatest engineering feat in history.
Mars is 1,500 to 2,000 times farther than the Moon. The amount of stuff you need to go and come back to Mars is heavier than the International Space Station. We have yet to move anything that big.
11,000 liters of water, 20 metric tons of dehydrated and packaged food. In all, 520,000 kilos of supplies. No single rocket can handle so much mass. NASA now has a new revolutionary plan. Step 1 is to launch as many as 10 rockets into Earth orbit. NASA has dubbed the rockets Ares.
The launch vehicle is the key to being able to go do a Mars mission because we need much more mass if we're going to go to Mars.
Ares 5 is NASA's version of an 18-wheeler, each designed to carry 130 metric tons from Earth into space. 1,200,000 kilos of solid fuel gets this monster rocket off the launch pad. Paul Delaney is a professor of physics and astronomy in Canada.
Ares is going to be the pivotal element to get all the components into space in preparation for going to Mars. See, if Ares doesn't work well, then we're just not going to Mars.
Step 2 is getting astronauts into Earth orbit. This is Ares 1. It is the booster for the astronauts' teardrop-shaped capsule called Orion. Orion takes the astronauts to space to coordinate the construction of the Mars craft. The length of a football field, it will take months for robots and humans to assemble it. With a target date to be completed before 2030, this will be the largest space vessel ever constructed. Once completed, Orion will dock to this huge interplanetary mothership, transferring the astronauts for their journey to Mars. Russia has its own competing design to counter NASA's Mars plan. Energia is Russia's version of Boeing, and they're about to unveil their own new manned space vehicle. They call it Clipper. The Russians hope to launch in 2018, and this prototype looks like a baby space shuttle complete with wings.
Clipper has basic flight characteristics. It's just like a glider. Because it has wings, the landing will be similar to that of an ultralight.
Like Orion, Clipper will carry cosmonauts into Earth orbit and dock with a Russian-built interplanetary spacecraft. Russia is designing a flight-worthy shuttle, and the United States is working on a teardrop-shaped capsule. Has a new space race begun? This time, the race to Mars? The challenge of sending humans to Mars is staggering. Countless billions of dollars of hardware, millions of kilometers across deep space, lethal cosmic hazards en route, and even more on Mars. Fatalities are almost certain. Is it worth the risk? What's the return benefit?
To push technology, to learn new things, to open our eyes to another world that may tell us about future courses of events on our own, to give ourselves a new perspective on our own.
If the quest to Mars discovers evidence of life different than our own, it will open up a real scientific possibility of other intelligent beings in the universe.
What we hope to find on Mars is evidence of life that represents a separate origin, so that we know that in our own solar system, life started twice. And if it started twice in our own backyard, then we know that the galaxy is full of life.
After about 18 months of research, the Mars pioneers will begin the long journey home. The first expedition will leave behind a base camp for future explorers. They will bring more advanced spacecraft, rovers, and habitats. The 21st century Mars base will grow into a small colony, fulfilling the human quest to inhabit a once forbidden frontier. Our journey to the Red Planet will begin with baby steps. It may end with human occupation. Modern science already has the know-how to make the Red Planet blue once more. This is a serious challenge. The time may come when we need to escape from Earth.
Because if we've got a comet or an asteroid heading our way right now, we're basically no better off than dinosaurs. There's nothing we can do except look up with a stupid expression on our face and watch it all come crashing down.
In 2005, the quest for Mars began with NASA's launch of the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter. Now circling the Red Planet, the MRO seeks a site for the first manned landing craft. It is the communications link from Earth to Mars, blazing the trail for the greatest expedition in history.
MRO will lay the groundwork for where the people must go.
Exploration, knowledge, the search for life in the universe. These goals unite people from around the world in the greatest quest of all time. There will be conflicts, controversies, and almost certainly casualties, but the course is set. The impossible dream is within our reach. There's no turning back. We're on our way to Mars.